What's up, man? It's a Man Up Bible Study, April 22nd, 2020. Living Waters Church. I'm Sean. Good to see you and miss you guys. Hopefully we get to gather very soon back at church on Wednesday nights. Looking forward to it. And I'm coming from you from the Toyota Tacoma Studios in San Antonio. And we're going to read from John 14, a couple of verses, and share a thought, and then give you something to think about. John 14, verse 1 says, "Let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me." This is red letter Jesus talking. Verse 2, "In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you." Verse 3, "And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you to myself, that where I am, there you may be also." Of course, he's talking about heaven. I believe there's many truths here that he's talking about right now on earth until we get with him in heaven. Verse 4 says, "And where I go, you know, and the way you know." And then right after that in verse 6, he says, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me." So Jesus, our Lord, we can't ever lose sight that he just wants the absolute best for us. He wants our eternity with us. He wants to spend time with us. He's a loving Father. He's a comforter. He's a friend, counselor. And sometimes it feels like he's not with us. You know, especially in times like these where we're not gathering or we're not in his presence among his people, which is so important. The Bible tells us clearly to meet together and continue to meet together. But it's in this things like this shelter in place and, you know, the government telling us that we can't meet in large groups. You know, it's easy to feel the presence of God when you're in all the presence of all the believers and you feel his presence and you know he's there at church and even, you know, in groups, in prayer groups. But how are we connected with him now? You know, how do we connect with him when we're alone or when we're in our truck out in our lives? And, you know, a way to do it is, you know, gather your family together, which I know many of you are doing. What about the other times during the week? You know, how do we connect with him? And I read this verse and he tells us that he wants to be with us. But I don't know about you, but there's been times where I've just gone, "Lord, are you with me here? You know, I don't feel you. I don't feel your presence. I'm really seeking you, but I can't really hear your voice." And I'm reminded that he wants to be with us. He loves to be with us. He loves to do things for us. He loves to hang out with us. He loves to engulf us and surround us, and his spirit, you know, penetrates even down to our soul and our spirit. And he's also in preparation. So sometimes you may pray, "Hey, are you with me, God? Where are you?" You know, it's not that he's left us or forsaken us. It's maybe he's just preparing something really good, and you just got to find him. So I hope this blesses you. I hope this encourages you. One thing to think about is, how are you connecting with the Lord right now? Is there something that you can do differently, or maybe go a little deeper? Maybe it's fast. Maybe it's getting a prayer closet. Maybe it's getting your truck by yourself and just get real before him. You know, maybe it's calling one of our brothers and maybe texting or reaching out to somebody and then maybe praying over the phone. That's a great way. But there's several ways. But think about how you can connect with God in a deeper way. And God bless you. You can also share, man, if you got any ideas. I know a couple of you asked me about doing a Bible study on Zoom, and we may end up doing that. We're going to see what happens in the next week or two at church. And so God bless y'all, man. Hope to see you soon. Stay connected. And I pray that this word blesses you and that you connect with the promises of God and the purposes of God for your life. Take care.